Good evening. I'd like to call to order a special meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission for February 11th, 2009. Let the record show that Mr. Julio Dumas is not present. All other members are present. I'd like to open up the floor for public comment. Anyone wishing to comment on any item that is not on the agenda, please come forward. No one wishing to comment. Public comment period is closed. Item number 4, I'd like to open up for item about a public hearing to consider the following zoning ID review 197609, the back 40 for JRP construction.
Good evening. My name is Eric Erickson, and I'm with Evans Graves Engineers. And tonight I'm representing JRP Construction for the proposed rezone of track B2, B1 of the Quaid property to a spud. Just to give you a brief rundown of the property. We're located approximately 1,700 feet north of the intersection of 44 and Germany Road. It's immediately west of the existing Sagefield development, which is a condominium development with approximately 58 units of duplex type condominiums. The proposed spud that we are asking for is 43 single family lots. They're all detached, regular single family lots. The typical lot size is about 50 by 130. And that equates, the total property is 13.8 acres, so that equates to about 3.1 units per acre. So the density here is not large at all. We have provided the adequate green space. We have a few amenities also proposed. We do have access to Highway 44. It's probably a big issue, and it is granted through a resub, I think back in October of '08. That created a 50-foot private servitude through the back track there. And that's about all. Open up to any questions.
Okay, commissioners have any questions, comments?
Can you tell me if there was a traffic impact study done on this?
Yes, sir. There was a traffic impact study done, and it concluded with the requirement of a left turn lane off of Highway 44 into what is called Sagefield Court, which is the main drive into the property.
One other thing. That's gonna be a lot of vehicles going out of Lock Gate. Are y'all gonna? Is that Lock Gate gonna stay there?
I do not know. I think it will be there.
And the maintenance of the Sagefield private road is maintained by not the parish but homeowners.
That's correct. The future maintenance of the entire road will probably be shared between both developments. Right now, there's an existing agreement between Sagefield's property owner, which is one owner or one entity right now, and JRP Construction, which owns the back.
I'm not speaking for the people that are going to be in those condos, but it seems like that they're going to be footing the bill for a lot of traffic down their road that they're going to have to maintain.
Well, I mean, it'll be prorated per the lot, but also the turn lane will be added, which is an added, certainly adds a certain amount of value to the entire property as a whole. And also they are allowed to go to the back where the amenities are located, so they can use the tot lot and the green space.
Will the development remain a gated community?
I believe so, yes. The original gate.
The original gate will stay?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I heard you say something about turn lane on 44,
It'll be a left turn lane into the property,
Left,
therefore
okay.
getting traffic off of 44 to maintain that
Okay.
through.
Will that be built before this project is started?
It'll be built before the final plat is produced, or signed, if you will.
In other words, it will be built before any house construction starts in that back?
Correct.
And is that written in here somewhere?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
I don't think it's written on a plat, but it can certainly be a condition of it.
Well, it certainly needs to be.
These are things that I think should already be in our packet. This is information that should already be coming to us, make us aware of this kind of stuff.
Well,
You know, of course, you can say, well, maybe you don't agree with that, or you didn't know.
Isn't this actually for zoning? Should we be receiving all this information at this time? Don't we normally get that at the final plat?
There are items such as traffic, different things like that that are really planning issues, but we have used those types of items pertaining to zoning before. So yes, we could actually receive this information, and we've done it in the past with other developments.
we can certainly add a note to the plat that would require the off-site construction of the turn lane.
Oh, one other question. I didn't walk that property, but I did observe it. That is a low piece of property. How y'all gonna keep that from flooding? Because I know you're gonna have to go build way up to be above the floodplain.
It is substantially low. It's about 2 feet below the floodplain. We do have some mitigation areas that will be excavated out, therefore creating available floodplain to offset the fill mitigation that would be filled on the lot. So that in actuality, the net fill is actually a decrease. So there is more volume for available floodwaters. And that was all reviewed by the staff.
How will that impact the existing condominiums?
It will help the existing condominiums. It will lower the flood elevation, if you will, minutely, of course, but it certainly won't increase it.
Okay.
And Ben, are you satisfied with all of this regarding flooding in that area?
Well, that was one of the concerns that we had, was the fill mitigation issue. And at this preliminary stage in the design, they didn't have hard numbers to show us, but we've expressed that that's a definite concern, and that in moving forward with the design, that's something that will have to be clearly shown.
Okay.
If I could add, there were numbers provided. It's just the construction plans for the mitigation usually come at the same time we produce the construction plan for the subdivision. So at that time, they'll be turned over to Ben. He can review both of them, so he could compare the two and make sure it's what we said they were in the packet that we
Okay.
gave him earlier.
Also, Ben, I want to compliment you. The report was very good, very thorough.
Eric, did you put sidewalks in? Yeah, I could not tell if they were on the street plan.
Sidewalks are not on the street plan.
Okay.
We just use the typical Ascension Parish street section.
Okay, since this is not a final, would y'all look at putting
Sure.
putting sidewalks in?
Sure.
As long as you got a park, you want to give the kids a way to get to the park.
True.
Okay.
Any other comments, questions at this time? Not, I'd like to open up the floor for public hearing. Anyone wishing to come forward and speak on this, please come forward. Sign in. You'll have 3 minutes to speak. Okay, just state your name, please.
Mike Dampier. I am a member of the Sagefield Homeowners Association, as well as the maintenance committee lead. We have some concerns about the new development. and how it's going to affect our community. One of the, and there may have been some potential inaccuracies, I'm not sure. There was a statement made that there's one owner of the property. I don't believe that to be true. I believe the homeowners association actually is the owner of the property by which this would bifurcate.
Of your property? I mean, you're talking about
Yes,
The street.
The street, that's
Okay.
correct. We have not discussed this plan whatsoever in the homeowners association.
okay. Well,
It seems to be premature.
and this is a preliminary review. Obviously, we would encourage them to meet with you as this plan develops.
Is there a potential way that we could review the plan before potentially maybe even a vote?
Well, tonight you talking about?
At least.
I mean, you can look at it as he's got it. I mean, that's. Yeah. Here again, you're on the clock, so.
Sure, sorry.
No, that's fine. And like I say, it's not your only chance, so it's. You know,
Right. I guess I also just have some general questions. I'm not sure how to pose them to the commission. It's my first time, obviously.
Okay.
About, things like turn lanes and how they're going to maintain the road, and just a lot of unanswered questions that just don't seem to be addressed yet.
A traffic study was prepared, and obviously the turn lane off of 44 will be built in conjunction with the development. Other than that, I mean, there's not other improvements to be made on the entrance or exit of the subdivision. It's mostly just on the state highway.
I think we're more concerned about how we're
Can
going
you state your name?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Paula Hernandez. I'm the president of the Homeowners Association
Okay.
at Sagefield. I think one of our main concerns is how are we going to maintain our road? Because there's going to be a lot of construction traffic through there. We're already having lots of problems with our gate being, it's broken on a regular basis by the construction workers. And we're constantly having to fix that. It's very costly. So someone's going to have to help us, with the keep up of our road and everything. So, and our gate, because it's expensive to fix. And it's broken right now as we speak. So, it's really not, I bought in there for security reasons because it is a gated community. And I don't think right now leaving our gate open all the time is a good option for us. So.
Okay. And I think some arrangements could be made for the
Right.
coordination of that.
The other thing is we do have a pool and a gym, and I don't think we have, I don't think it's large enough to support that many families. So that would be something else we'd have to think about.
I guess at this point in time, we're opposed to the plan without further consultation of the homeowners association, that without getting our input to how this overall community would be built. Go on record as saying so.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it. I'm just opposed to them using our road right now.
There you go. We're opposed to using the road.
Right.
Okay.
We'll be together on that.
Right.
Did you have any idea that that property would be developed behind you? That is kind of interesting that you have amenities that now you're expected to share with 40 more houses.
Right.
Not
And it's
really
not
surprising.
big enough at all. That's the only thing. No, we really didn't know about it. I would think that me as the president, someone would have contacted me to let me know this was going on. So,
Okay, we'll let Eric address your concerns.
okay, thanks.
All right. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, public hearing is closed.
Just to try and answer some of their questions, I don't believe the amenities such as the pool and that type of stuff would be open to this development in the back. That would have to be, I don't know if is that the gate around the pool or not?
It won't be right, but
So that you can distribute a key, would certainly be able to separate the two, because you're right, you shouldn't be able to, shouldn't have to share that amenity because you didn't know that was coming in the first place. But as far as the road, I believe we would, any damage during construction would certainly be corrected to the entrance road before the final plat would be accepted. I'm sure
I think a lot of that needs to be in writing before we go forward with this.
we can definitely put it on the plat.
I mean,
Well, here again, it's preliminary. They can And I
Well,
would
this
agree.
is just, aren't we here tonight to change this from RM to a SPUD? I mean, we're not here to vote on the
Approve the plan.
entire project at this point.
That's right.
So I think some of the questions that are being asked are kind of premature for the step that we're at in the process.
But maybe you should, as a developer, should get with the homeowners association from now on and try to iron out all these problems before you come forward again.
We definitely will. I think our developer, our client, was in contact with what we thought was the property owner. I guess that's been distributed to the HOAs by now, so we'll definitely contact the HOA as a whole now.
This is not only rezoning this is planning this too.
Well, that's part of the rezoning. That's what you do, so you can control the development.
Well, I know, but
I'm sorry. Any other comments this time? What is the wish of the commission?
Well, we're just here for zoning.
planning and
there's-
zoning.
We'll vote twice. We'll vote as zoning and then we'll vote as
Okay,
planning. So-
we are, but this is a preliminary issue, and there's time for them to work out their issues with the homeowners
If they can.
association. So I would make a motion to approve, because I do believe it fits the requirements. I believe that it will benefit the area. Since it is a SPUD, it will be done well.
Motion by Sherry Slyman to rezone.
Yes.
Second.
Page Becknell. Seconded.
Object.
All oppositions.
Object.
Michael Marshon. Bob Nance. Any other opposition? Motion carries. All right, now we're going to vote as a zoning commission. Any other further discussion? Do I have a motion?
Same motion?
Yes. Motion by Sherry Slyman for rezoning. Seconded
Second.
by Paige Becknell.
Object.
By Michael Marshon.
Object.
Mr. Nance. Any other opposition? Motion carried.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's all on the agenda. Item number 5.
So moved.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.